Hello everyone, I'm Dinesh and seafarer by profession. I do have my brother Harish with me, and he's doing his pilot training at the moment. Uh, the idea behind having this channel is to just share some ideas which we come across, some interesting things, and our perspective towards certain tech stuff and experiences, something like vacation stuff or interesting things which we come across, and it's definitely not a political one. This is not just to give any, some advice or something. It's just to share the experiences, and let's get better in our day-to-day life, and this is one of the best platforms for me to interact with people all around the world. All right, let's get started. The evolution of smartphones has definitely made our life easier and greatly helpful. That's unquestionable. But we also need to think that the evolution of the smartphones have greatly influenced the way we live our lives. We are going into an era of where a more importance has been given to work-life balance rather than what it used to be as life-work balance. I hope you could make a sense of both work-life balance and life-work balance, of which life becomes first rather than work. So the smartphones, every day we keep seeing new launches with new features which make them more expensive, which make them more flashy, which makes them, in fact, yes, I do agree, at times it helps us with great amount of their features to handle the work productively. Let it be an office job or a business or creative stuff, anything, whatever it may be. But the thing which we have to consider is that, do we need a smartphone? Do we need a new smartphone every now and then? Considering the fact that there are a lot of things which personally affects us. That is, one would be, the first and foremost thing would be the cost. How often could we afford a smartphone? The second thing, the emphasis on the health, or the impact on the health it has on us. While we all know about the retail price of a smartphone, the thing which we overlook is the production cost and the amount of profit margin the smartphone companies make when we buy a smartphone. Some of you might argue that their profit margin is none of our business, but yeah, I do agree for the fact that their profit margin is none of our business. But then, end of the day, it's our money which give it to them. So in that way, I thought that I would just share you as a small post on how this production cost and retail price and the profit margin works out. So that's for you, for the top tier mobile brands and their flagship devices for over a period of time. You could look it for yourself that the average profit margin is somewhere between 60 to 70%. Yes, this 60 to 70% would include the flashy advertisements with which we all go and buy their flashy products, and their development costs are also involved in all these things, and a lot of regulatory fees and the cost of introducing new innovative technology is all included, right? So now I think you have a fair idea on how much is the worth of a product which we are paying for. On an average, a person looks at least 150 times on their smart devices, which includes smartphone, the computer, and any other electronic devices which has a display. So this has got a lot of impact on the human eye. The amount of strain it can take. In this context, if I have to say, they call this disease or the condition as computer vision syndrome, of which 7 out of 10 people are affected at this point of time as we speak. We all know that insufficient blinking also causes eye strain, but then do you know that there's a difference in normally blinking and blinking when we use a smartphone or an electronic device? In case of a normal blinking, our eyes tend to recover the strain pretty fast, pretty quick, but then recovery period is insufficient during a blink when you're using a smart device, for example, smartphone. Has a great impact on your eyes. That's squinting, which means that you might be okay to read a full version of an ebook or a project material keeping in your hand size or palm size smartphone, but your eye and mind would not be okay with that if you keep doing that for a long time. So that is one important thing. And the third thing, we all know, that's glare, the amount of glare which our eyes are being subject to. That also contributes to a great amount of eye strain, which unfortunately we don't let it recover that soon. Researchers have also shown us that a lot of time which is spent with the smartphone before sleep causes reduction in the melatonin, which drastically affects our sleep or ability to sleep or ability to have a deep sleep. And there has been an increase in uptake of the neck problems and the back problems. And yes, these all problems have become very common, and it has been because of our behavior, and these are all habit induced conditions because of the smartphone usage. So what do I ask you to do? Stop using the smartphone altogether? No, I don't say that. All I'm asking you to do is to make a sensible decision before going out and buying a new smartphone every time, because the technology is in our hands and we have all the information we need, but somehow, because of the advertisement campaign, and for the matter, all these reviewers these days have become the number one advertising material for these manufacturing companies. This is unfortunate. Yes, they bring us a lot of information quite quick. They even produce some awesome videos even before the companies produce. They get us the news, that's all fine, but then is it helping you in a long run? I don't think so. So you know what all the features you need for a smartphone which would be useful and beneficial for you. And now that you have seen the production cost and the profit margin they're making out when you buy a smartphone every now and then, so I think you would make a wise choice. Given the effect it has on your health, I hope we would not require to buy a smartphone every now and then when a flagship phone releases, which could save a lot of money for us. Probably we can go for a trip or for a vacation, or I don't know, you could save it in your bank, or you could invest it elsewhere and save yourself from the neck pain and computer vision syndrome and the back pain and sleepless nights, etc., etc. So this is just a small short view of mine I thought I would share with you all people. So hope you like it, and that's it for now. Bye bye.